Hello everyone! Welcome to Path to Decency episode 5. It's been about a week since I saw you guys last. Well, not really last, but the last episode of Path to Decency was a week. So, in the past week, I've done a lot. A lot of events have happened, so I kind of have a bunch of stuff to go over, and I'm going to try to keep this as coherent and chronological as possible, because a lot of times I tend to rant and then get all over the place, and it's kind of confusing. So I wrote down everything that I did in the past week in order. Well, it's sort of in order. So I'm going to try to make sense of this and tell you guys what's happened. So there was a refund event going on where if you, spend 30,000 mana, you get 30,000 back. If you spend 50 energy, you get 50 back. And then there was something with crystals, you get 15 crystals if something happens. I forgot what it was. And then there were 3, milestone rewards. So every reward you collected, like the mana or the energy, you'd get, a stamp, and then you could get 2 mystical scrolls from that. So I finished that event, and even after I finished the little path and got all my stamps and got the 2 mysticals, I continued to do that, because why not get free rewards? So every day I got all of the rewards. So that was that. I farmed DB9 a lot, and I finished TOA. I don't know if I finished TOA in the last video. I don't think I did. In the last video, I was actually stuck on 100, so I'll show you guys here. I finished 100, which was Lyrith, and I have the videos showing my strategy to completing the bosses. If you guys want to see, they're on my channel. So that's that, and I ended up getting the Wind Anubis. He's in storage, but I don't think he's very good, so it's nothing really to mention, I guess, even though I mentioned it. So I farmed DB9 a lot because free rune removal day was 2 days ago. I think it was, oh, Jesus. My lights just flashed. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So, I farmed DB9 a lot to get runes for that free rune removal day, and luckily enough, I had a bunch of upgrades to do, so free rune removal day was pretty much a huge success for me, and I will go over some of the runes that I upgraded, too. So that was that. From the guild shop, I've been buying the Rainbow Mon, of course, 3 summoning stones, or 3 sets of 15 each week, and 1 Ifrit piece. I told you guys before, I'm going really hard into buying summoning stones because I really want Verd and the other units that are going to help me progress in the game. So that's kind of my strategy now. I did the math, and it would take me 5 weeks to summon an Ifrit, which was kind of bad. I was like, 5 weeks is a long time. But I still think that going for those 4-star units that are going to help you progress is probably the better strategy. Of course, you can have your own opinion and do whatever you want, but that's what I believe is going to help me the most. So I've been buying all those. The week just started, so I didn't buy them yet. So since last week, I was 80 out of 100 Ifrit pieces, so I summoned one, and I summoned Theomars. I got pretty lucky and got a Theo. So, on free rune removal day, I was debating putting my Rayoke on Violent Blade and running a Veligul Rayoke whatever comp, but I was gonna buy an Ifrit piece the next day, I think. So basically, I took all the runes off Rayoke, and he was naked. He was my farmer for the event, so I don't remember what I did. I think I just waited, the night. I removed them right before I went to bed, so I'd be able to just do the guild battle the next day and summon an Ifrit. So I got Theomars, and Rayoke is on some kinda crappy Fatal Blade runes. And I was also debating making Rayoke 6-star, so I held off on that, and I got a Theo, so he is currently on Violent Blade, and here's his stats right now. I think I'm going to keep his crit rate right where it is, because when he's awakened, he gets a 15% crit rate bonus. I'll show you guys. So yeah, right there. Increases critical rate by 15%. Tomorrow is Water Day, so tomorrow he'll be awakened and I'll be able to use him because he'll probably be level 40 by then. You guys can't see, but he's level 35. Actually, you can right there. So he's 35, 6-star. And since he has elemental advantage, I looked it up on Reddit, and people, the general consensus was yes, that he does get 15% critical rate from elemental advantage, even though some people were saying it was bugged or something, and sometimes he wouldn't crit, but I'm pretty sure he does get that. So basically, if you have your Theomars at 85% crit rate, then he will be actually 100, and he also has the leader skill that increases crit rate, but I'm going to keep mine probably at 85%. Now, he won't be at 85, I think he's going to be at 84, or so. Wait, no. 84. Okay, so I did the math, and with his current crit right now, after I awaken him, he's going to be at 97% with that hidden elemental advantage crit rate thing. So I'm going to keep him there for now, just in case I don't want to use him as a leader. And later in the game, if I do want to make a specific PvP comp with him as leader, then I will look to lower that a little bit and boost his other stats. So that's it for Theomars. So for free rune removal day, I changed a bunch of runes, and if you guys go and look at my other albums on Imgur, I think it's orengelol.imgur.com, I have a lot of albums showing my main monsters' stats. So I'm going to post a new album showing the main monsters that I use in their stats right now. And I told you guys free rune removal day was a pretty big success for me. So I'm just going to show you guys some quick stats of monsters that are kind of important. So for Beretta, his speed went up a bunch, and his accuracy went down a little bit, but this accuracy rune's only plus 12, so I could upgrade that. So he got a lot speedier. I think he was at 40 speed. So that's pretty cool. Vero got a hell of a lot speedier. He was only, I think, at 40, just like Beretta. And his HP, I think, went down a little bit, but the speed's worth it because I am trying to get into DB10. I managed to auto it on the 6th. That was my first ever DB10 auto. I hadn't really tried to manual it. Really, I just manualed it once for the reward. So that was my first auto, and the videos on my channel, I just decided to post it to show you guys in case you wanted to see the very first auto. So if he's on Violent, which he is, people suggest having his speed at about plus 90. So that's kind of what I was aiming for. And I made this rune, his 2nd slot, and his 6th slot rune, plus 15. So those are the two noteworthy runes, basically. And Bella got a lot faster, too. I think she was at 30 speed or so, plus 30. Her accuracy is kind of about the same, I think, but her health did take a hit. Her health is pretty low right now. So right now she's kind of the weak link, I guess. She has pretty weak runes, so I will be looking to upgrade those. She's kind of on my mind as one of the units that really needs it. So there's Bella. Bernard got a lot faster. My Bernard was plus 85 speed or so. So he got a lot faster and his accuracy is pretty high. Shannon, I don't think I touched her. Sig is the same. He has the same runes. Since I didn't change any runes on him, basically. I changed Chilling's runes. I tried Chilling out, so for my auto DB10 run, I tried a bunch of teams, and I tried Chilling, and he failed, so the team comp that I used is in my other video if you guys want to see it, but Chilling was not on that team, so I have some runes on him right now. But he wasn't really working out, so I don't think I'm going to use him for dragons yet, or maybe ever, not really sure. But I'm just going to leave those runes on him for now, just in case or whatever. I can use him for guild battles or arena or whatever. Velajul, I changed a bunch of runes on him. He had some pretty bad runes, and I did make this one plus 15. That's 12 and 12, I think. Yeah. So here's Velajul's updated stats. He's pretty fast now, and I also put 2 Devilmon on him. Thankfully, the first one went into 1 point in Sanctuary, which should help improve my DB10 runs. I'm not actually sure what the accuracy or success rate of my DB10 runs are with my team, but I don't think it's very good, so I may end up farming DB9 for a while longer. I think I will try to do DB10 and see what the success rate is out of like 10 runs or so, and kind of go from there. I'll do more runs if it's good or if it's bad or whatever. I'm not really sure. The other one went on to his first skill, which was kind of bad, so I think I'm going to keep Devilmoning him until his Sanctuary is maxed, then I'm going to stop and save those for something else. Like, I kind of have a feeling that I may get something like Chisoon, because once again, Verd did not show up in the rotation of Summoning Stones, so I'm just kind of preparing for something else good to show up, and if something does show up, then I may want to invest in that for my Devilmon, so I'm kind of just playing it by ear. I already showed you guys Theomars's runes, and I kind of talked about Rayok already. He just has bad runes. I stripped Spectra and put his runes on Bernard, because it kind of worked out better that way. And I built a Ramagos. I wanted to use him so bad, but he's only 5-star still, and he is kind of easily counterable. So I basically put a bunch of resistance on him, 97%, and as much HP as possible. I think I forgot to mention to you guys, but free rune removal day for me was very straightforward, because I don't have great runes, and I didn't have many options. Like, I didn't have options for things, basically. Velajul's just going to be on Swift Guard, right? I don't have Violent Runes for him, so he's going to have to be on Swift. So everything was very straightforward. There were no choices to be made, really. It was just kind of like, okay, what's the best rune? Put it on. So in the future, I will have to use the Optimizer app, I believe. I think it was broken this time around, but in the future, like, I'm not sure how far away, but in the future I'm going to have to use that, and I'm going to have to do all these calculations to see what's best and whatnot, but this free rune removal day was easy. I also have been using an Android phone to download the free crystals that they offer you, so every once in a while, when you start up your game, usually a banner pops up. You know, when you start your game, the banner shows up, and for Android users, it'll give you free crystals if you download the game that they're advertising. So I used an Android phone to do that, and I think I managed to get like 200 or 300 crystals so far just from those games. I've only been doing that strategy thing for like a week or two. I don't know if it's a strategy. It's not a strategy. So that was pretty cool, and I plan on continuing to do that as long as the rewards are kind of high. Like, if it's like a 5 crystal game, it's probably not worth it, but if it's like 20 or plus crystal, like 20 plus crystals per download, I will probably do that. The Valentine's Day event is out, so I will show you guys my progress with that. So, okay, here, I'll actually show you guys the event description. You guys probably know if you play the game, like, what the event's all about. So, the first event, we have the power-up chocolates, which is going on, I think, for the whole thing. And to finish the first part, I've been doing Fame and Normal, and I think I have 124 chocolates. I think I just checked. I'll show you guys, but I've been doing Fame and Normal for that, and I've kind of gotten rolling with my runes and stuff. Like, I actually want to start upgrading runes to plus 15. I haven't really wanted to do that in the past, so I'm probably going to keep farming Fame and Normal to get a bunch of chocolates and work on those runes. And then we have the second event is the Angelmon, Rainbowmon, Devilmon dungeons, which aren't open yet because it's only the 9th. As far as this goes, I think I'll do the Rainbow Mon dungeon and the Devilmon. I don't think I'm going to do the other ones, simply because I think using my energy... Like, okay, this is my thought process. Let's say I do farm the Angelmon dungeons, and I farm water, right? What am I going to get from that? I'm going to get mana, I'm not even sure how much, and I'm going to get Angelmon. So basically, I would, feed level 1s to my Angelmon, and then feed that to a monster to level a monster up. But I think it's better to not do that, and to just level a monster up in Famine the good old-fashioned way, which is going to get you more mana, because you're going to be running that more, rather than just, farming a bunch of Water Angelmon and popping that onto a monster. The more, I'm forced to farm normally, the more mana I'm getting. So I can see myself doing these dungeons if I was further into the game and I didn't need mana so much. Like, when I think of other people, like other streamers and YouTubers who are very far into the game, I can see them taking advantage of this and just stocking up because, they may summon like a Nat 5 that they want, and they don't want to spend time farming and leveling it in Famine or wherever they choose to do, Aiden, I don't know. They probably just want to pop a bunch of Angelmon on it, get it to 6-star, get it to level 40, and then use it in Arena right away. So that's not something that I'm really looking to do now, and I don't really have any monsters that need it, so that's that. For the double EXP and Mana Stones, I have been doing Dimensional Rifts. I haven't been doing the double EXP because I already have an EXP boost, and I think they actually add 2 hours on, or like an hour on. I think they just add the time onto it if you have an EXP boost going. So I haven't been farming during that time, but I have been farming during the 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. 2 times Mana Stones hour, and I've been doing Dimensional Rifts and using up all my Rift Crystals, and I have been doing Famine Normal too, but since I completed the chocolate event already, and I got all the rewards from that, I think I'm going to farm Famine Hell with Soha during the double Mana Stones hour. Like, I'm going to clear my 3-dimensional crystals, then do Hell, because I think that's going to give me more Mana Stones overall. So I will be doing that for an hour, and I will be doing crystal refreshes, obviously. I've kind of been doing crystal refreshes this whole event. So I'm going to do that for that hour, and then after that hour's over, I'm going to go back to normal to keep getting more chocolates to help me power up those runes that I want to be powered up. 2 wishes a day is kind of just whatever. And then we have free energy too. So that's the whole event, and that's my strategy for it. Okay, I already told you guys I summoned Theomars. Oh, okay. For the Glory Shop, I actually decided to max the mana fountain here. Mine is level 10. It only took me about 2 weeks, and I feel like it's worth it. I've looked online, and some people have done cost analysis, I don't know, of the Glory Shop, and usually they suggest doing, the general consensus, I guess, is to max your plant first, just to keep getting that passive energy regen. So it's plant, and then it's Sanctum of Energy to make your crystal refills as worth it as possible. And then after that, people suggest to go into the Sky Tribe Totem. And then after the Sky Tribe Totem, they suggest, I think it's Universal Attack, which is the sword, maybe HP, and I think crit damage or something. I don't know. There's an article. I'll post it in the description below, because there's one article that is kind of the only one I found, but it does like an analysis of it. So I have been running like bone dry on mana. You guys see here, I only have 53,000 mana. And I do have runes that I want to upgrade. Upgrading my runes to plus 15 isn't exactly necessary, but I want to do it. So I think it's kind of worth it if you think about it, because it's just going to help me get into DB10 that much sooner. Well, I'm kind of already into DB10, but it's just going to help, right? So I upgraded the thingy, and it took me about a week and a half. I don't know if I said that already. But yeah, a week and a half. It's fairly cheap. I think the total price is like 2,600 glory points. So it's not really that expensive. I just felt like it kept upgrading so quickly, and it's really nice just to come back here and then check your mana buildings, and they have like, 300 mana each. It feels a lot faster. And I think someone else calculated how much mana you actually get from it, and I think they said it was 120,000 extra mana per week, which isn't that much, but for a person in my situation, if I think about that, that'll add up. Like, that's a lot, right? I'm just running dry, like, so often, so I think it's totally worth it, and I think I don't need 1.1% extra speed. Of course, that speed would kind of help me, like, you have to do that 1% to then get into the next percentage or whatever. The whole max is 15% speed, but I don't know. I just kind of thought about it, and I think the mana building is the best option for me, so I went ahead and did that. And then I'll show you guys the chocolate event thing. So I have 127 right now, or I've gotten those so far, and I finished all of those stamps and got all those rewards. And then I will continue to get chocolates every day until the event's over, and obviously collect the second event reward, and that's it for the event. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, okay, yeah, one more thing. Well, maybe not one more thing. I keep forgetting to say things, and I'm sure there'll be something that I'm going to forget, and I'm going to have to put it in the description. I don't even know if I just said this, but I'm continuing to buy the stones. I think I did, yeah, I think I went over that. The summoning stones, and I told you guys Verd's not in the rotation yet. I'm just going to go for Verd. So right now I have 2,043 stones. I'm getting about 150 per week from our guild battles, because our guild usually finishes Guardian 1. So if you guys calculate that, whatever my contribution is, I get about 150, so that's pretty nice. So I'm still stocking up, and I think that's it. That's all my notes. Let me see if there's anything else. No, I think that's it. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to try to finish Trial of Ascension hard. Well, not really finish it, but just get as far as possible whenever there's like a break in time. So it refreshes in 5 days. I'm gonna have to like check if there's like, if the event ends or whatever. I might do it after my EXP boost is done. And then, yeah, I might just do it then, I'm not sure. Also, so I have been fairly free to play this whole time, but I am starting to spend money. So I haven't spent any since the last video. I'm keeping track of all of it. So I've just been doing the like $5 daily pack ones. So 2 per month, $10 per month. So I'll make sure I updated the price. I think it's $25 so far, and I think it was the same. So that's what I'm doing as far as spending money goes. And I think that's it. Sorry, I kind of dragged my video on a little bit, but that's all for this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!